watching or listening right now, we're just we're here. I'm just waiting on Harsh. I don't know where he's at, so we're just kind of like live for over a minute, just kind of hanging out here. And then he disappears again. He just like shows up for. Okay, I really don't know what's going on right now. It's. Wait, you gotta unmute yourself. I can't hear you if you're muted. What was that?
I'm setting up the paint stand, so and I'm listening. I'm listening you do a monologue, so I'm like, all right, cool.
Oh, well, I mean, it's not an intentional monologue. All right. This is very strange. This is a very weird way to start the show. What the? Oh wow, he's gonna like trip and fall and die on camera. It's perfect.
That would get us ratings. That would.
I don't know if I want to witness a friend's death for ratings.
Yeah, that is true. Now there are certain deaths I wouldn't mind witnessing on a live stream.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. But yeah, of course. Of course.
It's a road very much so traveled.
Yeah. No.
So it's just me and you tonight. Mr. J. Foncannon's under the weather, unfortunately.
Yeah, I talked to him this morning. It was, yeah. I thought he was joking when he said when he was hanging out here that, you know, the alcoholism was helping certain health, was alleviating certain health issues, but no, that's the truth. It's the truth.
Well, I mean, you know, they do say it thins the blood.
Yeah.
So
we wish him all the best in that regard, and
he'll be back tomorrow.
Yeah.
So he'll be back for a regular show.
I got a question. When do you want like a portrait of yourself like this? Like when do you want? I mean, that's
strictly up to y'all.
Okay.
I just kind of hang out. You know, I really don't know what's going on half the time.
Nah,
in all honesty, yeah. That's my organizational skill. I just, you know, just kind of like hang out and hope for the best.
Yeah.
You know.
Of course. So yeah, I mean, you know, let's just get into it. It's so crazy. Like I've kind of gotten to this point where it's like not a lot of people think like this in Middle America because most people are better, but people like who are professionals, especially the Desi community, they still have this thing that like drugs and alcohol are bad for you, but all the other poisons are okay. And it's just medical virtue signaling, you know. Troy says, why does Harsh look like a lost child? Well, because I am one. So what can he do? Anyway, see, because I am one, Troy. Oh, why are you a 22-year-old with the soul of an 80-year-old? That's the question we all need to ask.
The soul of an 80-year-old.
Yeah, Troy's like soul and mentality is older than yours. He's really saying something.
I don't know if that's possible.
No, it is. It is. Like Troy half the time, like Troy's like 22 years old and he's as cranky as like an 80-year-old. God damn it. What is wrong with you? I want to do this. God damn it.
Actually,
your dog died. It's so weird. Like he'll troll the shit out of people for like months and months at a time. And then, you know, when he's like not trolling people, he'll just be frustrated with like random like tech nonsense. You're like, okay, Troy, just calm down. God damn it. Why am I doing this? God damn it. Leave me alone, Dory. God damn it. It's like, what is wrong with all of you? It's like, you're like the oldest sounding 22-year-old I've ever dealt with. It's like, go live life, man. You're
Troy, don't let it get you down. I just had to show him today after I set up an email account January 12th of
Oh, yeah.
earlier this year. He just now today figured out how to get into it.
It only took me like
So-
5 minutes. But the funny part is, it was Microsoft Outlook, and I'm like,
It was
yeah, this
was
is why
because
I
he was
hesitant.
scared of Outlook. So
Well, who
said.
the hell wants to use Outlook? Like, holy, yeah.
I told you could use it with Gmail if you want. I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's just IMAP settings. You just plug it into Gmail.
I know.
It's not that hard to figure out, dude.
I know.
This is like the 21st century now.
Is it?
Yeah,
Feels like the
yeah.
20th.
I mean, you're still like living by candlelight and stuff.
He says, I don't like the UI of Outlook. Agreed.
I mean,
Troy.
it doesn't matter what platform you use. It's just regular IMAP or POP3 settings. It's not like it's rocket science.
I know. It really isn't once you actually like accept the fact that you're using Outlook. It's just
You don't have to use Outlook. That's what I'm telling you.
I know, but I want to be a team player,
You don't have to. You can use whatever email program you want.
Yeah,
I don't care.
We'll use Outlook. I mean, that's the only reason the app exists anyway, so to make Scott happy.
Yeah, no, not to make me happy. I could care less whether Microsoft falls off the face of the planet tomorrow, to be honest with you. I mean, virtually nothing in here works off of Windows except for the PC.
Yeah.
Everything is all Linux or Android.
Troy says, I don't care, man. If devs can't make it good from the start, then it's a problem. It's like, well, I don't know what to tell you. I agree with you, Troy, but the guy to the
unfortunately, the professional market is flooded more by people who claim that they're devs that are not. So there's that.
Yeah, but I have a feeling that's a microcosm of every industry in this country. Like,
I'm sure it is.
I mean, there's a lot of physicians who are still on the drugs and alcohol are bad for you, but if you're doped up on pharmaceuticals, it's okay. It's like, no. And if you're poisoned by the food, water, and air, well, we'll just ignore that's happening. It's like, well, then what the hell is the point of having health? Of you guys being health experts if you ignore the obvious? I don't when people are drunk. Well, if more people are sober under these times, they just start killing each other. So I don't know. There's certain people you want completely wasted and certain people you don't. It's just
I'm probably one of those need to be completely wasted people.
Right. And the same here. Because if I'm sober, it's no. Like I'm at the point where like I'm starting to be sympathetic toward genocidal figures. Like I think of someone killing millions of people.
That's nice.
And I'm just like, you know what? After what I've seen in the last 10 years, I get it. I understand it. I'm not saying it's a good thing. I'm saying, well, people also have to realize this. If you want to, this is what I'm probably going to sound like a fucking boomer after this rant.
Wait. What do you mean after?
No.
That started long. No, the whole boomer sounding thing started when you started going off into Heil Hitler.
No, that's Gen X. That's not boomer.
That's not Gen X.
That's like Greatest Generation / Gen X. Anyway, the
it's not.
The
Greatest Generation was before the boomers. What is wrong with you?
Yeah, but they were better than the boomers. Anyway, the point being is,
oh my God, what is? Shut up. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, they do. Anyway, the point being is, first, and a lot of millennials are also into a dictatorship anyway, as long as it's their guy in charge. Anyway, the point being, it's like, you notice how the less violent our society is, the more retarded people have become. Like, you realize that, right? Like back in the day, back when when you were a child or whatever, or when your parents were children. I mean, I don't know how old you really are because you were adopted. So who knows if they forged your birth certificate or not? But that's a different story.
They did.
Anyway, the bottom line is, back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s, when violence was a lot more rampant than it is today, a lot of the retards didn't make it. When you lived in a world where we weren't constantly protected by the legal system, the retards didn't make it. And then now we live in a society where it's a lot less violent than it used to be. And there's more legal liabilities now more than ever. And you're just like, and then we wonder why there's so many fucking idiots that exist.
I'd like to remind everybody that commentary included on the show may not be necessarily the thoughts or the.
I'm not saying violence is the answer.
I mean,
what I am saying is
it's not necessarily the thoughts of the or the wants or needs of the station, CSHR radio, or all of its subsidiaries. This is a Harsh Med commentary.
Right, but what I'm saying is like it's a correlation that's too hard to ignore. Is what I'm
Sorry,
saying.
I had to throw out that disclaimer because
Harsh
Harsh is on one of his
at the beginning of the show, genius. Anyway,
like white supremacy rant, even though he's an Indian, which is really weird right now. So I don't know what's going on. It's.
I mean, I
strange.
do find I can't say it's a complete coincidence that the less violent our society has become, and the more legally protected our society has become, the more retarded our society has become. Let's just keep it, keep it a buck.
I'm actually having a blast with it. I think it's one of the funniest damn things I've ever seen in my entire life.
Right. I mean, that's just what it is.
This is just a state of hilarity that this country has reached is just unmatched by anything.
All right.
Seriously, I mean, look at our president as a prime example.
Yeah.
I mean, this man clearly has a mental disability. Right. Clearly. And I don't even care what his policies are at this point. It's clear. It's
no, he's clearly not in charge either. I mean, that's just...
and that's the thing. And people are blind to it. And I just think it's absolutely hilarious. The whole thing is just amusing to me.
It is.
Sorry.
No, it is. And it's just, but you know what? It's not that surprising because we do live in such a delusional state these days. Or it's like everyone is fucking delusional in some sort of way because of the internet.
Well, I mean, it's more than just the internet.
Right, but
it's a disconnect between people and reality. It's on so many different levels that you have the media that's pushing their narratives. You have both sides of the media that's doing it.
Oh, yeah. If you watch the nightly news at this point every day, you're not an intelligent person. You're not a bright person. You're really not.
I mean, you have to take everything with a grain of salt. You almost have to research each news article from each source.
Right.
That's a very good question. Troy asked, how many genders do we have now? That's honestly a good question.
You know what's so stupid about the gender thing? The only places I've seen the multiple gender nonsense is when you go to college campuses. That's it.
I mean, really and truthfully, what does it hurt, though? I mean, who cares?
No, it doesn't hurt at all, but I'm just saying it's not even a thing. It's not even a thing that people say it is. That's all this media hype. It's like I said, I live in a liberal county, and I rarely see that. That's all I'm saying.
Go to New Orleans. There's a lot of it there.
Yeah, maybe. But
they have an entire bar based around that there. It's weird.
I mean, the whole thing is just silly. But I don't know. But we do live in a state of delusions. It's because you're always holed up in your basement. Dude, even when I go out, it's rarely a thing. I'm telling you.
He goes out a lot, and then he gets drunk, and he just dumps us.
Right.
That's Harshest thing.
Exactly, because, if I'm drunk, I don't want to be around Scott. But the point being is, it's a rarity, though. It's all, like, you don't see that often is what I'm saying.
It's, okay. What are you getting at?
It's like a 0.01% thing, but yet for some reason on social media they claim that it's like the norm, but it's like no, not really. But it goes to the whole delusion thing, really, because it's like there's a lot of things that just don't seem to be true. Like, for instance, you and I are public figures.
Okay.
Why? Why are we public figures?
because we're out here doing this right now.
Exactly. But should we really be considered public figures?
I don't know. Should we?
I don't want to be considered one, but I am, and so are you. You know,
I mean, I really don't. It doesn't matter to me. This
it
is
doesn't
something I
matter to
do
me
because I
either, but
enjoy.
it just sounds weird.
Yes, Harsh, it's 2023. You can be Patrick Cox if you want.
Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. No, I don't want to be.
You
No,
too, Harsh, could take that 2-week cybersecurity course in 2 years.
No, I'm okay with that. I'd rather just. No. I would rather die than become someone like Trick.
You too can also go to jail for arson and trying to kidnap a 16-year-old boy.
You too can have your license suspended for 6 years.
But wait, there's more.
You too can go on the dark web and work for Pedro and distribute CP.
That Coca-Cola is just not hitting the spot like it should be.
God, you and your fast food.
My fast food, I don't very seldom even eat anymore.
I know, but you're still drinking soda and all that stuff. It's like, stop eating so much.
I have cotton mouth all the time, so shut up.
But, I think it's also a bigger problem because a lot of parents think their child is a prodigy. And it's like, no, your child's not going to be the next great thing. That's just not how that works. And then when they grow up and they're to be their mid-20s or early 30s and they're like, oh, well, why is my kid such an asshole? It's like, well, I wonder why. You treated him like a celebrity in the making for 20 years. And then you wonder why your child turned out to be such a bum. Like, what are you talking about? Such an entire trick? What are you talking about? Oh, let's read this. Scott needs some.
I don't need my gastrointestinal system flushed out. So no, I'm good on that. Thank you.
Yeah, I might have to. If I ever see Scott, I might cook him some dishes. That's for sure. I mean, I'll probably do. Yeah, I could. I could cook you some Indian food. Worst come to worst.
That would be the absolute worst.
How would that be the worst?
Because, I mean,
well, you can't.
I just never seen anything really appealing.
Why? Because you can't tolerate any spicy food anymore?
No, it's not that. I can eat whatever I want, but it's just the simple fact that I've watched too many videos on Reels with these guys like making street food with like having to chase like bees away from it and flies
because you're watching reels of people making street food. Using that logic, you should never eat anything ever again.
I'm good with that.
You should never eat any food, period. You should never drink any soda. You should never drink any soda because they use it in villages to chase away mosquitoes, to kill mosquitoes and other bugs as a pesticide.
Perfect. That just makes me mosquito proof.
Just an FYI.
That just makes me mosquito proof. I'm okay with that. Don't take the one or two things that I still like in my life away from me, sir. Okay?
I'm just saying it's used to kill pesticides.
It's used to kill pesticides?
Yes.
Or is it used as... No, you don't kill a pesticide. A pesticide is what kills the pest.
It's used as a pesticide to kill bugs, yeah. Yes,
I like this comment. I like this comment more right here.
That nobody wants to be Trick, I mean, the only thing I know is that Scott's probably related to Trick because they were both Catholic at some point.
That's not how it works. That's totally not how it works.
all Western European white people are related to each other.
No,
Remember,
that
all
is
roads lead back
definitely
to
not how it works at all in any way, shape, or form. It is
all
not how it
roads lead
works.
to
That's like
Rome.
saying all Indians are related to each other, which in your case, I would think that
You
would be
go back
correct.
like
But
10,000 years, perhaps. I don't know. Like, you go back like. I mean,
all
the
I know
Indians.
is that if I went to your native country, I would sunburn and you wouldn't. So there's that.
Right. And all I know is that all Western Europeans are related. So, because all
No,
roads
they're
lead back to
not. That
Rome.
is not how that works. That is not at all how it works. That is like the most stereotypical false thing ever.
I'm just picturing Trick and Scott being related. That'd be really funny.
It wouldn't even be possible because I don't have any rednecks in my family.
No, but
They're
he's
all idiot
Irish.
Cajuns.
He's Irish. He probably has some French in his blood, and you probably have some Irish in your blood. So,
No, I don't. I
mean, the
don't.
name Scott Ryan is not a very French name, is what I'm saying.
It was the 70s. It was the year before 1980, and it was stuck in that name zone.
Right.
That's all that was. You know how they have those books that have like the most popular baby names of 2023? You know, dumb shit like that. That's how that came about.
So in 1979, everyone was just having Irish names then.
It was a common name.
Scott Ryan is a very Irish, like Gaelic name.
Not those two particularly. They just sounded good together, I guess. I have no idea what
That's
the thought
time,
process.
Father. It's time. Scott Ryan. That's time. It's time.
Nah. It makes absolutely no sense, but okay. Just,
Hey, what? How stupid do people have to be to tell you like how to tell you how to correct a dox? Like, my God. Hey, bloody funny, I'm not related to them. I don't have any daughters or granddaughters. Well, thanks for telling us you're a great aunt. And thanks for telling us who is related to them. Genius. Genius.
Does it even matter?
It doesn't matter, but it's funny how retarded people are. It's like, why would you correct someone's docs? Why do that? That's stupid.
Me on a personal level, I'd have bored them.
It's stupid. And I'm
Just
not
to
you,
amuse myself.
I'm talking about the Scottish pikey we saw though.
Oh, the one from earlier? I have no idea. I really don't know what people's angles are sometimes, and it's like I read it and then I read it 2 or 3 times and it still doesn't make any sense, and it's like, dude, just shut up.
Yeah.
Just stop talking, just go away. You know, you're spinning so bad that you're correcting information for people. Stop it.
No, it's like,
You know, I mean,
like, what are you doing? Oh, I don't
it's like,
care.
just shut up. Oh, I'm trying to prove a point by doing what? Doing exactly what you want the other person to do? What point is that?
No, it's no. I mean, the funny part is when, like, I don't care if you know people, come here, my son will beat you. Oh, you mean this little twerp? Why are you posting photos of him? You said he's an adult.
And I mean, why would anyone fly across the Atlantic to get into a fist fight with someone?
They wouldn't.
Exactly. So what's the point of it? And I don't understand people sometimes. I really don't.
I don't either. What up, Kelly Wolf?
Where is she at? I don't see her.
She hearted the video.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird. It's like when I do live streams with you, I'm just like, yeah, you know what? I'd rather just do 2-3 live streams a week with Scott than do any of the shows they used to do.
Hi, Kelly.
Hello there.
Hello there.
Because, I mean, at this point, it's like, what am I going to do a live stream on that hasn't already been done? Like,
I
why
have
don't
no idea.
Like, why do I need to repeat myself about people being retarded and people needing to not be retarded anymore?
I'm assuming it's the same reason why you feel like we need 75 pages for one thing. I'm not sure. I think it's that obsessiveness.
I thought it was about the mergers.
No, I mean, there's like 8 pages for one thing and stuff.
Yeah, but I thought that's supposed to be merged. Remember, you're like, oh, we're going to get the murder soon enough. I'm like, all right.
As of now, I'm just going to like let them go to sleep and then we'll just resurrect them as we change them and use them for whatever.
Yeah.
It's just going to be easier that way.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I can't wait for when Xander and Max start using the pages, because at least then we know we're going to have some real. At least then we know the pages are going to be more livelier. We're going to have much better music on them. So, well, much more music. I mean.
So basically, they gave the testicular tube a hand job.
I forgot that was in there. No, I didn't. That's a lie. Never mind. I knew exactly what I was doing.
So, have you uploaded any of the new sound clips from the stray dog himself?
No, I can't. Because every time I find one that's pretty good, somebody starts talking over it, and then it becomes muddled. So I'm working on cleaning them up so I can use them.
Yeah. But
there's some really funny ones and some really like what in the world are you even talking about type things.
Yeah.
So the tinfoil hat is strung with that one. Wow. That one's pretty bad. That one's very bad, actually. I mean, I'd watch that and it's like trying to listen to Coast as the host of it and trying to keep a straight face with some of the callers that used to call into the show.
Yeah.
When they would talk about how aliens abducted them out of their backyard and stuff like that. You remember that show. It was only, I think NPR had it for a while, Coast to Coast.
Yeah.
They had all these weirdos calling in that used to talk about Area 51. I mean, it was just...
Aliens, it's aliens. I remember that one time when everyone wanted to storm Area 51 and everyone just started partying outside of the base.
And the entire time, at the time, now everybody knows it's there. But at the time, while that was going on, the government was going, there's nothing there. And then right as they were saying that, there's some other jackass that's out there like filming all of the buildings in the background. Hey, we're at Area 51. There's a party over here.
Yeah. We swear it doesn't exist. You don't see that on the television right now. We're sorry. That's not real.
I mean, really, guys? Come on.
Apparently, according to those yuppies, Area 51 is just a place where people party and cosplay as aliens. I don't know.
That might actually be true, like an American Psycho type scenario situation or something like that. There's some Wall Street tycoon right now sitting in New York City thinking he's at an alien party at Area 51.
Yeah, probably. It's 9:30. Yeah, 9:30. Got to get that before Christmas party in at the annual Christmas party at his company.
I wonder if like some of them go there like dressed up as like Trekkies.
They might.
Star Wars.
They might.
It was just funny because they were still trying to deny it was there the entire time. All these people were posting videos of it and like the signs outside of it. This is a government installation. All of this crap. and they're going live with it, and the government's going, no, there's nothing out there. We don't know what y'all are looking at. That's not real. Those signs didn't come from us. Those white vehicles and the people that's armed with guns, they don't exist. You don't see that. I'm sorry. I'm pretty sure I saw that.
Right. But
And
maybe
then-
they're just like, well, since nobody got killed for trespassing, maybe it doesn't exist. I don't know.
Well, I mean, to be fair, when 3,500 people armed with cell phones with social media storm a place, it's kind of hard to just kill all of them.
I'm just saying that the government
That's-
has its ways of shutting down certain social medias and poisoning people to death.
I
without
think it
anything
just occurred so quickly that they didn't have time to react. I think that's really what happened.
You know, they probably saw everyone just, partying. They're like, guys, Area 51 doesn't exist. If it did, you jokers wouldn't be able to party there.
Well, and then the
That's
funny
kind of
thing
the
about it, is then they managed to like screw everything else up to the point to where nobody even really noticed whenever they announced that, yes, UFOs do exist. And here's several of them. And this is all now declassified information. And nobody batted an eye whatsoever.
I
It
think when
was
that
the
happened,
funniest damn thing.
dude, it was so anticlimactic when that happened. It was like, okay, aliens exist. Well,
And everybody was like, okay,
yeah,
whatever.
everyone's like, okay, well, I wear a light
mean-
truck, so who cares? Lots of people like, yeah, aliens exist. Now, lower
You
the
ju-
cost of lower the cost of living, please.
Yes, please, we're dying out here. We don't care about aliens right now.
Plus, I mean, with all the crap that's happened in the last 10, 20 years, aliens existing really isn't the story.
Not anymore, but I mean, it's still funny because
it's-
everybody was just like, look, you just locked us in a house for almost 2 years straight and wouldn't let us go outside. We don't care about aliens. Leave us alone.
Yeah.
Okay, great. Other life exists. We're dying out here.
Yeah.
We're starving to death. We don't care.
Right.
I mean, it was just funny to me.
No,
Like everybody
it was-
just ignored it. It's kind of
Yeah.
like murder hornets. Right
Yeah.
when COVID started, remember that?
Yeah.
Oh, the murder hornets are going to take over. They're taking over the entire western seaboard right now over here by the Pacific.
And then all of a sudden, like the next day, they were all gone.
Yeah.
What happened? Did we miss that entire chapter?
I think it would I think it was along the same line of thinking you mentioned when it came to the aliens. Like, okay, well, we can't leave our house anyway, so what's the difference of them? What's the big deal about the murder hornets?
Right.
It's like, yeah, that's if we went outside, of course. I mean, the crazy part is during the shutdown, I was in better shape then than I am now.
That's everybody. That's not just you. That's everyone.
No, like I was in better shape during the shutdown, is what I'm saying.
Oh, well,
Not
I can't
worse.
say that for most people.
No,
I can't say. I didn't stop working. I didn't get a chance to stop.
all right. I was going on like walks and stuff, and I was out in nature most of the time. I'm like, well, if I can't go out anywhere, I can't hang out at certain places. I might as well just,
What a boring existence, Harsh. So
Yeah.
sorry you had to go through that.
it's kind of cool. But-
And here I was at the time still doing, electrical work and having to deal with the general public.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, I feel so sorry for you.
It's actually kind of nice.
That's my point.
Hey, it's not my fault here in Louisiana.
You're an essential worker. We need people like you. Go. You know what you can do with that? That little name, essential. Yeah, I want to stay home like everybody else too.
Well, to be fair, you've been doing that most of the year, so.
Well, that was involuntary. It's different when it's voluntary. When it's involuntary, it's not fun.
Yeah. That's true.
You're an essential worker. We need electricians. I don't care. You don't need light. Go to sleep.
What about AC when it's 120 degrees, sir?
Go buy some ice. Go lay in the bathtub full of it. You'll be fine.
That's awesome. Bathtub full of ice.
Isn't that what they do when they remove a kidney at random? I think that's how the story went. You know, like the person will wake up the next day in a bathtub full of ice. Which makes absolutely no sense. Like, why would you put the person in ice?
Well, if they're in a state of shock because their kidneys were removed or something, but
yeah, that would totally solve a state of shock. Throw the person in ice so they could just die of hypothermia in shock instead. Perfect.
I got to preserve the body to, amputate another piece of, part of the liver too, right?
What?
Yeah.
This is why you're not a doctor, Harsh. This is why you failed as an Indian. You're not a doctor, and listen to what you just said. Well, if they put you in ice, you might not die of hypothermia. It might help amputate a liver. Who said anything about a liver?
I'm just saying, if we're going to the whole harvesting organs thing.
I'm not going there. That's you going there.
Hey, I need to make some money, okay? If we have to kidnap someone to pay rent, I'm going to do that.
Jeez. No.
Hey,
wow.
You can picture Scott's like, hey, Olivia, don't let anyone know who's here, okay? I'm just going to the studio. I'll have a talk with them. And if I get upset,
just shut up.
And if he gets knocked out, at least we can pay rent with pay 3 months of rent with 2 of his kidneys. I'm just
I don't see how that's funny.
Yeah, I've been kind of fucked up mentally lately. I'm just like
yeah, because I have no idea where you're going with that, but okay.
Never mind. Let's talk about that buttered sausage.
Let's talk about your Cable Ace Award.
Let's talk about buttered sausage. Talk about buttered sausage, where it comes from, what it does. Why is it doing what it's doing? Get it out of my face. What about buttered sausage?
That's not your jam. It's not your thing. You don't like it?
It's not my jam. I don't buy jam. I buy honey, and I kiss it on the lips.
Good afternoon. This is Justin.
Okay, I'm not going to make anybody go through that. Sorry.
Justin.
My bad.
Justin Davis boat condo Emporium.
My bad. I'm not going to make anybody go through that right now. I'm sorry.
You can make anyone get a kid where you can buy a kidney for $2,000.
That's right. We got truck driver kidney specials for $19.95 right here at the Boat Condo Emporium. Alpha I-95 next door to the Buc-ee's. Guaranteed to be fresh or your money back.
I'm just saying, like, if you were able to, like, hold one of the not you, but if someone
not me, no, we're not. No, this narrative stops now.
I'm just saying,
this stops now. Nope. That's a negative, sir. Negative Ghost Rider.
Look, everyone says the rose arts are so
No. Don't do it. This is another edition of the
Oh my God.
A Pelican Media Station.
But I don't understand why.
Hold on. Let me put it itself on the parent.
A Pelican Media Station.
There you go. Just for anybody, whatever.
But I don't understand that you even got to the whole. Well, if someone loses a kidney and they're in a bathtub, I don't even-
because that was the old urban legend, that people would get like their kidneys stolen,
yeah,
and for
because
some stupid reason they would wake up in ice the next morning.
right, because again,
For one, they wouldn't know.
they-
Medically, they would be dead. They would die of hypothermia in their sleep.
not if they're already fainted and then they're in shock already.
Then it would really kill them.
I mean, if you didn't remove it properly, then sure. Anyway, the bottom line is their kidney. They removed the kidney because they were trying to make money on the black market.
Harsh, why do you have these people in your refrigerator?
Well, I hate to tell you this, Squirt, but they just landed up there, and everyone says certain people are useless. I'm like, no, everyone is valuable in their own way. It's just like,
Some are only worth anything on the black market as pieces.
oh my God. I'm just saying, like, if you,
It's like a Lego set for doctors. It's absolutely enjoyable. It's, black market organs.
No, Harsh, stop it.
I'm not saying you should do stuff like that. It's horrible. It's horrific, obviously.
You made it sound like a toy from Mattel just now.
I'm just saying, you're the one who brought up the ice tub and the.
And
the
now, with the
kidney.
new operation from Mattel, it's the Organ Snatcher Edition. Sponsored by Buffalo Bob.
And they
Stop
got,
it, Harsh. What is wrong with you?
You're the one who brought it to that point. You said, "Well, for some reason, when someone loses an organ, a kidney."
I was talking about the urban legend. I wasn't. You the one that went off into actually like harvesting organs from
That's
people.
what they do. You
That's-
just described the harvest organ situation, man.
I'm not going to talk about what happens in the basement of the old charity hospital in New Orleans, but let's just say there's some messed up stuff.
No, stop it. Just
Hey, there's a reason human trafficking is the number one industry in the entire world, and it's not just because of pedophilia. Okay, I'm just,
wow.
just saying that. No, you're right. We got to save this for the radio station. We can't have this on TV.
Oh.
no,
Look,
we can't have this on.
I'm about to show you something really funny, Harsh. That's probably gonna trip you up real quick.
I don't know that's possible.
Oh yeah, this is very possible.
Oh, that actually reminds me. Everyone says that the Rose Arts are so no.
Look how it's staged. This is actually somebody else that's giving away pallets, and look right underneath it.
God.
And they're all stacked next to a dumpster. That's so fitting.
Yeah, it is. It really is.
That's so fitting.
I have a question. How much money do you? No, we'll say that for the radio. You know the question.
How much money does a free pallet cost?
No,
Call in now with your ideas. 1-844-900-2747. That's 1-844-900-CSHR. How much does a free pallet cost?
there.
That is the question.
Yeah.
Call now for your chance of a free
That's one
sticker.
of the questions. The other question would be how much for those of you who are wondering if you're feeling useless, don't. After all, I'm sure your organs will be worth something on the black market. So take pride in that.
This is your inspirational quote of the day.
Sponsored by CSHR Radio, your inspirational quote by Harsh Med. Just remember, if you ever feel worthless, your organs are worth something to someone on the black market.
Hey, I'm just saying.
Wow.
You know, if your organs can save a life, I mean, is that really a bad situation? No, you're useful.
You're always worth something to somebody. Just maybe not as a whole person.
All right. Hunter McCallahan says, "Hope this doesn't work like a Zoom call because I'm naked." Well, you have to.
Well, I mean, if you join the StreamYard, then yes, it does.
Yeah.
But if you're in the comments, you're good.
All right. Oh man.
I'm willing to bet that Hunter's in the shower. I don't know how his phone actually functions. He's like always in the shower every time he's on Facebook. It's weird.
No, for all we know, Hunt. No, we won't say that.
You know why? Because he actually has running water, unlike some people that used to follow the page.
Oh yeah, that is true. Oh my God, the Rose Arts. Should I just ask the question that I want to ask?
What's the question?
How much money do you think any of them would be worth on the black market?
I'm pretty sure I have enough pennies.
Oh God, that's
City Water and tankless heater for the win.
oh,
That's
man.
like a never-ending hot water supply.
It's good. Hunter's one of Jay's alts.
No,
Oh,
Hunter is Hunter. Hunter is Dale. Dale
All
is Hunter.
okay. So many characters.
How
so
can
many
you be
cards.
around for like years and not know who people are?
Because I'm in and out of these things, you know. Like sometimes these names confuse me. They're not all characters
does
like
email.
you. But
So does email, but we're not getting into
mean,
that right here.
if you're gonna be cheap and use Outlook, what am I supposed to do?
Learn how to use other email platform. I don't know. I can't help you with that. You know.
Oh my God.
You don't have a comeback for that, do you? Yeah.
Sorry, I
I'm
was just thinking
sorry.
about
I
how
acted
much-
like a boomer, Scott.
Oh no, I was just thinking about how much money either of us would be worth on the black market.
Me, not much at all.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure my liver would be for like cents on the dollar. Like,
His sells by the pound.
no, I don't think it'd be worth anything. Some of my other organs would be great, but my liver, no, absolutely not.
He would say sell his heart, but he doesn't have one.
No, I'm pretty heartless. You're right about that. I really don't care either. I tried the whole humanity is beautiful. Let's save the world and all that. And I'm just like, nah, that time is over. It doesn't matter anymore. People get what they deserve. Everyone just virtue signals anyway. Nobody cares about helping each other. So fuck it all. Let's have some fun. Bring on the chaos.
While Harsh has his breakthrough moment right here on CSHR Radio, we'd like to take the time for everyone to go to w.gg. Enter the promo code CSHR Radio for 10% off your next order.
Speaking of
Because
which,
Harsh keeps veering off the rails, but it's okay.
But speaking of which, what are we getting the WGG? The W.
I have it. I am too lazy to drive to the post office.
Clearly. But you're not too lazy to drive to Walmart. I see how it is.
One's out of necessity. The other one's just like, Harsh can wait. I don't care.
I'm going to give you this CD in person.
That's one of the reasons why I haven't sent you anything yet. I'm scared. I don't know which address to send it from because I don't want a surprise in my mailbox by accident.
Well, if you keep doing this, you are going to get a surprise in your mailbox by accident. So.
Oh, which I need you to actually, I do need you to DM me the correct address.
All right.
Because I have the stickers to send you to.
Okay.
You have the stickers.
All right, I'll
I have it in an envelope. I just don't know where to send it.
Okay, I'll have to check the PO box tomorrow. Yeah. Wow, this has been a fun show tonight, hasn't it?
No, not really. I mean,
Are you that nervous about dark topic? When did you become so like sensitive to dark topics?
I'm not.
Oh my God.
Okay, as soon as Harsh wakes up,
Oh, we're actually ending the show now?
it's 9 o'clock.
And on that note, this has been another edition of the Careless Tech Harsh Reality. We thank Scott, Ryan, Sonnier for holding down the ones and twos. This is Harsh Med signing off with you. The life of Harsh runs delivered, and sometimes you gotta go outside the line. For those of you in a clown sec, on. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night.